It happened this summer. We got sent to stay with Grandpa. I was 13, my sister Maya was 11, and our parents had gone overseas for some kind of medical conference. They were both surgeons, always busy, always flying around. So leaving us with Grandpa for a month seemed like the safest option. He lived in this big, sagging house way out in the country, surrounded by trees thick enough to blot out the sun by late afternoon. It was the kind of place where time didn't move right. Clocks tick a little too slow, and even the light to the windows felt off, like it had to travel through something before it got to you. At first, we didn't think much of it. The house was weird, yeah, but we figured it was just old. Maya and I stuck together. We always had. She was a talker, the one who asked too many questions, while I was a quiet one who thought too much. We were a team. And that place, well, it needed a team. Grandpa was okay. Quiet, stiff, but kind in his way. The first thing he said to us, though, was strange. Don't go in the west bedroom, he told us. It's locked for a reason. We thought maybe it was where he kept valuables or something private. So we nodded and said okay. But that door, it sat there then in the hallway, plain as anything, with a rusted handle and peeling paint. There was no lock we could see, but it wouldn't open, not even when we tried pushing on it. Just once, when Grandpa was asleep in his chair. It was cold, that doorknob. Freezing, even though it was July. We should have stopped right there. But Maya, she couldn't let it go. It's just a door, she kept saying. It's probably nothing. And maybe that would have been true if it weren't for the sounds. The first night we heard it, I thought it was a pipe, a soft click like metal tapping against something. But then it changed, became faster, rhythmic, almost like fingernails, on wood. We looked at each other from our beds. We shared a room across the hall from the west bedroom, and the sound was coming from behind that door. Do you hear that? Maya whispered. I nodded. We didn't say anything else. It got louder the next few nights. Still that same slow tap, tap, tap. Always start around 2 a.m., always stopping at exactly 2:33. I watched the clock every time. We tried to record it once on Maya's phone, but when we played it back in the morning, there was nothing, just silence. Then things started moving. First, it was little stuff. Toys not where we left them. Maya's flashlight going missing, and then turning up inside the fridge. We thought maybe Grandpa was just forgetful, but then I found all my clothes stacked, folded perfectly in the bathtub. Maya's toothbrush showed up under her pillow. She started getting nosebleeds every morning, just a little at first, then worse. The pillow looked like someone had bled out on it. That was when Grandpa sat us down. He didn't yell, didn't even look angry, just tired. His eyes looked hollow. I told you not to go near that room, he said. It notices when people pay attention to it. You too been stirring it up. What is it? Maya asked. He looked at her, and I swear for a second, it looked like he might cry. It used to be your uncle, he said. We both just froze. I had a son, he said real quiet. Name was Thomas. Your mother's younger brother. Sweet boy. Smart. Sensitive. He was sick, not in a way doctors could fix. He started hearing voices, seeing things that weren't there. We tried everything. Therapists, medicine. Then one day, he locked himself in that room. What happened to him? I asked. He never came out. That was it. No more story. No explanation. He stood up, walked out of the room, and didn't talk to us the rest of the day. That night, Maya woke me up. She was standing next to my bed, pale as a sheet, pointing at the window. "There's something out there," she whispered. I looked. There was. It was standing just past the tree line, a tall, thin shadow. No features, no face, just a silhouette that didn't match anything around it. Too still, too solid. It didn't move, just watched. We didn't sleep that night. The next day, Grandpa was gone. We searched the house, every room, every drawer. The truck was still in the driveway. His shoes were by the door, but no sign of him. It was like he'd just stepped out of reality. I called our parents. No signal. Maya tried the landline. Dead. We were alone. That night, the door opened. No sound. No dramatic creak. We just woke up and it was open. Pitch black inside. No light, no movement. But the tapping was louder than ever, like someone hammering on the floorboards with broken fingers. I told Maya not to go near it. I begged her. She didn't listen. She stood in the doorway, looking in, then turned to me and said, "There's someone crying." I didn't hear it. Not yet. She stepped inside. I screamed at her, but it was like she couldn't hear me anymore. Her eyes went blank, her body stiff. I ran after her, grabbed her hand, and then I heard it, the crying. Only it wasn't a person. It sounded human. Sure, sobbing, gasping, whispering for help, but there was something wrong with the voice. It kept changing, like it was trying to decide who to be. Then it started saying our names, in our own voices. I yanked her out of the room, slammed the door shut, and we both collapsed against the wall. Her hand was freezing, her nose bleeding again. She kept whispering, "He's still in there. He wants out." I didn't ask who. We blocked the door with furniture, tied it shut with bed sheets. It didn't matter. Every night after that, the house changed. The air got heavier. The shadows got darker. The walls seemed to breathe. We couldn't leave. Every time we tried the front door, it was locked. Windows wouldn't break. Phone still dead. One night, Maya said, "I don't think we're awake anymore." "What do you mean?" I asked. I don't think this is a dream, but I also don't think we're here exactly. She pointed to the floor. "I think this house is between things now, like a place between waking up and dying." I thought she was losing it, until I started seeing the things she did. There were reflections in the windows that didn't match us, shadows that didn't belong to anything. The hallways sometimes stretched too long or looped in circles. I started finding drawings in our room, sketches of a tall figure with no face. In every one, Maya had drawn herself next to it. She said she didn't remember doing them. Then came the last night. We woke up to the sound of footsteps, heavy ones, coming from inside the walls. Then the door burst open, not the west bedroom, but our bedroom, and something stepped in. It looked like Maya, but it wasn't. I could feel it wasn't. The eyes were wrong. Too flat, too black. The way it smiled didn't match her face. I looked over. The real Maya was still beside me, trembling. The fake one said, "I'm ready to come back now." Then everything went black. I don't remember what happened after that. When I woke up, we were outside, lying in the grass. Morning light, birds chirping. The house was still there, still quiet. The front door was open. Grandpa's truck was gone. Maya didn't speak for 3 days. The police came. Said they found us wandering near the edge of the woods. Said they'd found Grandpa's body, too. Heart attack, probably. He was in the garden. Had been there for days. They never found anything strange in the house. Our parents took us home. Said we just had a shock. A bad scare. They didn't believe any of it. But sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night, and Maya is standing in the hallway again, staring at the wall, not speaking, not blinking. And sometimes, just for a second, when she turns to look at me, her eyes don't look like her own.